Hey guys, welcome to Comfy Cozy Up. So let's just start with the changes. I'm going to start uploading more on Sundays because I'm having a hard time on Fridays of recording, editing and all that, and my internet is so slow. I'm still struggling with that. So I thought it was better if I just do Sundays because I am off Saturdays and I can do a lot without having to be feeling tired from work or obligations that I have. And so that is the plan for now. I do have more free time coming up in September and October and November, of course. You know, in December I'm off most of the month, if not all of the month. So there will be more free time, more videos to do, but I do need to figure out how to get my internet back to a decent strength because it's just taking too long to upload. With that said, I am going to be doing a little bit of book haul, books that I picked up, as well as the Booker list that I have, and I'll talk about project as far as sewing projects, so those who are interested in stuff like that, talk about it after the video. So I picked up the first book. Well, before that, I've been reading a lot of Grace Huffington. The woman had me in a chokehold because I've read at least 4 books. I love my new Kindle because it's just everywhere with me. It's easy and I'll just be flipping and reading. When it comes to romance and this kind of literature, it's very hard, not hard, but easy for me to zoom through a book. I love that for me because I've been reading a whole lot of her books and I love her world that I'm in. I've been in her world a lot from last month. These are spin-off from characters that showed up in last month's books that I read from her. So I've read about 4. And we're going to do a video where I just going to dedicate to her and talk about her writing and what I'm enjoying and why I'm so hooked at some point. Now, I did pick up the subscriber pick. It is a Japanese classic and I'm excited because I have not read any Japanese classic. And this is the Pillar book, and Sagan. That's how I'm thinking I'm pronouncing it right. I'll figure it out if I'm wrong. This is giving me poetry. It is going to be, once I complete this book, it will be the oldest classic that I've ever read because of when this was originally published. So I will go all into that, what I've learned so far, doing a little bit of research on this book. But I'm excited for the fact that it's going to give me a poetic feel. So this is the classic that I'm going to be reading for August. This is a subscriber pick and I'm excited for it. Now, when it comes to the Booker, I've read only 1 book so far that I was happy made the list, which was James. And this was a novel that I was excited for, but I was hoping other books would make it. But as you can tell by the shorts I did, I don't recognize most of these books, never heard of them. There are about 2 authors that names where I was familiar with. There is 1 book from the list of one of the authors' book that I've read years ago. Not even years, I think it's 2 years ago. He was on the finalist for the Booker. I can't remember what year that was. I can't remember what year. It's a book that Sugar Bane. I love that book and I can't remember the name of it. But he was on that final 6 list. His book is not published. This is not the first time the Booker has done that where there's a book on the list that's not published in the US. But normally when this happened, they push the date up. So I'm hoping that they do the same at some point. I would like to read as much as a long list as possible before the short list comes out. So this way, you know, when short list comes out, hopefully I don't have to read that much. I can just chill. But it never works out that way for me. A lot of times my favorites don't make it. So we'll see how that goes. But these are the books I decided to go with. I'm going in blind. I just decided just to pick book. So we got The Wild Houses, and this is Colin Barrett. Again, kind of blind with this one. Wandering Stars, Tommy Arch. I don't even know this one was about. Enlightenment. This one was giving me astronomy, spacey, something that one other author did, that the book that's not released yet out. And the book that I did finish, which is making it book number 2 off the list, and that is Headshot. I really wanted to read this. Don't know nothing about Rita Bullwinkle. I don't know nothing about her. I thought now this was going to be boxing. I was excited, and it's following multiple characters. So I picked this up first because it just felt like this is going to be interesting. However, it was okay. It's not terrible, but it's just not a book that I felt like was that strong. It is very creative writing, I would give it, because I think the booker likes creative writing. They like storylines like this. That's the writing style is not traditionally how you tell a story kind of deal. And this is like point of view of multiple characters. This is a book that is giving me teen vibes, because these are teenagers in a boxing tournament, and you are each match is following two women, two young girls, and you like getting why they're boxing, their family background, what motivated them, and then you getting a glimpse into their future and how some of what was happening during this time of their life influence or maybe that regret moments in their adult life. So you get in this, so it's like an interlocking storyline. There's some characters in this that I really was I found very entertaining. I did like the cousins and, you know, the motivation for why the character that wanted to be an actor, and how this tournament was kind of like that, or the one who put on a mask with the, you know, what they wore and all that. I liked a lot of that aspect, but I just did not feel like this story was like that memorable and that strong for me as an award book. It just didn't do that for me. But it is, I would still give it like a 3-star. That's just how I felt about this. I mean, it's only 2 books so far I've read, so I can't say if the other book is going to be, you know, so much better. I mean, the next one I'm talking about was way better, and I'm enjoying it, but I don't see how this is going to get to the top 6. Yeah, sorry. If is that your favorite book and you really love it, chime in, let me know. I would love to, you know, I'm all for opinions. I love it, so let me know if you really love that book and why. The book I'm currently reading, my friends, the title, the cover, Civil War. Can we talk about how these war influenced books are just everywhere on these book awards? I mean, we talk about Women's Prize, we're talking about last year's Booker. It is a thing that I don't think is going to go away, because we are in a lot of civil unrest at the moment. So books like this is going to pop up and inspire and get our attention. This got my attention. I'm enjoying this one a lot. This is a story about a young man, and he is influenced by his father, and he's influenced by a writer who wrote this poem. And there's a moment where this poem is written that was like a news, and the poem was written over the news, and he was influenced. He wanted to study and be near that particular person that he felt it inspired him. While he went to college, he's an 18-year-old, and there's that moment where his father said don't get sucked in, and he got sucked in and ends up going to the embassy in a different country to protest his country's behavior and things that he didn't agree with. That, but then not necessarily should have been there. It's another case where I feel like he got pushed into a situation, and maybe that's why the other book that I love, World of Country, didn't get into this mix. Similar theme. And while he's there, all hell break loose, and how there was casualty. He also almost lost his life. He's now in exile. He cannot return back to his country because of his part in the entire situation. So now he is in, you know, a country that's not his, a custom that's not his, can't see his family, having to lie to his family, and literally not knowing who you are in that moment. And at 18, he's at that tender age where things are happening. One of the things I love about this is his passion for reading, his passion for literature. There's moments where he is just a broken person, and he's in the library and because there's that moment where you feel like somebody's following, something is happening, you can't be yourself, you can't tell nobody who you really are, your real name, and this and all these things. And the library is his safe haven in this book, where he's reading different authors and different books that he's never picked up before, and what he's getting from it, the knowledge he's soaking up from it, as he's still trying to navigate his decision and the shoulda, coulda, woulda kind of moments in his life. But you are, because it says my friends, you also learn about his friends, or the people who he had became close to because of what happened, whether it was school or someone he may have seen and know of, but as they're themselves is living the same life as him, but in different ways. They're loners. The women, there's a young girl in this that he connected to, and their friends and her life, and you learn the little things that was like happening with her as time went on. The story really is giving you a flashback of the past and present of 30 something years down the road, but then also 2 years, 3 years, that kind of deal, and things that's happening. And there's a moment where he gets to see his family after many years, and that connection and that truth, and releasing things that he's been holding in, and you want to hug him. This is a character that is lovable, and somewhat you feel for him in that situation, but you don't know. But you think about people who are in exile, you think of people who are refugees and don't really have a home, a land that they can say, this is my country, this is mine, that kind of deal. And you know, there's different things that's happening, and you have to have a certain attitude about things. There's lots of really interesting quotes in there, but there's that moment in this where he talks about regret, and that was, if you read in this, it's like 244, and he regrets a lot of things because he thinks about, was it worth it, especially for the person who's still in power and nothing's changed. I like that part. I don't know, this to me was well thought out storyline, and I really love the pace of it. I do love things that's happening. It felt very authentic and real, like this is like a excerpt from somebody's real life, that kind of deal. I'm curious to see, you know, what the author's note is in the back. I'm not that far, but I'm curious for the author's note and inspiration that comes from this. But yeah, like the acknowledgement, that's probably the only thing I see in the back. I don't want to look too more, but I'm not that far off. I'm gonna definitely finish it soon, but I'm hoping the other books catch me. Like, look, this one definitely got my attention, and I'm enjoying this one a lot. And that's it for the books, the physical books. There's other books I really want to get into, but Lord, I cannot put down Ray Huffington. She got me, she literally got me in a choke. And there's 2 more books in this particular series, and I know I'm gonna be up reading those and not sleeping and then complain later. Yeah, anyway, so as far as crafts, so I completed my last sewing project for the summer, like summer clothes. I have so much summer clothes that I still have not worn, that I have plans to wear them. You will see them, they're gonna get worn. But I really love this pink getup. I had the pattern, and I was like, you know what, I'm loving the 2-piece set kind of deal. I'm loving it. And so I'm probably gonna make more of them, but winter version of it, long sleeve kind of deal, thicker material. That is probably something I will still do. I just love a set. I don't know why I do. It's just fun, and I love wearing sets. Also going to be doing harder projects because it is getting cooler. We had 2 days that was ridiculously cool. It was 60-something degrees. I was shocked. I was like, it's just way too early for that. But I'm going to be working on some jackets in the next couple of weeks, because you know, I am going to be doing a tuxedo dress. So I went and got some fabric for that, and I want to get some absolutely stunning buttons that's going to go on this, because this is I want this dressy, you know, with some pumps and all of that, red lips, all black outfit. This is going to be a tuxedo dress. I've never done that before, but now that I really know how to do the lapels and all that, I am not scared of that. I'm still nervous about lining, but I've been watching a lot of video of ways to do it and some techniques, just like how I know how to do a zipper fly now without even looking too hard. And that was because I watched a few people's technique, and I found one that I thought was so easy for me, and I've been doing a lot of that. So I'm gonna do the same thing for the lining and look at a few people and how they do their lining, because that's always like my struggle, is doing the lining. But other than that, the outside, not worried so much at all. I know I'm gonna do good. Let's hope that I can execute it great. And that might be, see, it's between that and another project for my birthday. And you guys know every year I do something different for my birthday, so that might be. So we'll see how this comes out, but this is going to be a slow go. It is going to take me probably 2-3 weeks to finish this particular project. Most of my fall and colder season outfits take longer. Summer, I can fly through an outfit in 2-3 hours easily. This is why I had so many clothes that I made. I was doing what, 6 projects, 7 projects in a month, and versus fall, I'm lucky if I can get 4, because again, fall colder outfits is more time consuming, and also it's more difficult and challenging for me. So not complaining too much. So I have this for tuxedo dress, and then I got this beautiful, it's probably not, ooh, it did come out nice on the camera. I was gonna worry about it, but this chocolate one is for a particular dress that I have been eyeing since last year, and I wanted to make it, but I didn't. So these 2 are going to be my option, and see how they work out, because before you blink, you know, my birthday's here and I have no plans. I'm making clothes and no plans, absolutely no plans yet. My birthday falls on a Monday, so I'm probably going to be doing most of the celebration on the weekend. But nevertheless, I am a big fan of birthdays. I don't care how old I get, I will always celebrate my birthday. Girls, if I go to a spa for the day, and I've done that where I did a whole day spa, or just go see a play or something, I'm going to do something no matter what. My birthday is going to be a celebration. So we're going to end this here, and I'm going to edit and get back in this world. And another thing I'm going to say about this book, it's not giving me the sadness of some other books that it talk about this, because I think unlike the other book, The Road to Country, where it's just the entire book is just sadness, there's that bit of growth in this, opportunity that he still took advantage of, you know, in this, that I thought that I liked, where it was not all bad. Like he's still he's struggling with a lot of things, but he's still doing what he needs to do, pursuing his education and things that he needs to do. And I think that's why I like this book, and I don't have this kind of sadness for this kind of war-torn, you know, political unrest kind of situation. So yeah, I think I'm done now. Let's stop talking about this. All right, guys. See you guys in the next one. And thanks for watching. And let me know if you've been reading the book or how you think. All right. See you in the next one.